see the government's moving to legalize recreational marijuana, they are clamping down, or the Ontario government is basically vaporizing the use of medical marijuana and vaping e-cigarettes in public places, because they're saying it's the risk of to better protect people from second-hand smoke. So, you know, we've already seen the ban on selling e-cigarettes to anyone under the age of 19. That took effect the first of the year. But now, where you can vape, you know, how far you have to be from outside. So how do you rationalize these two things?
I think it's permit but discourage, which is the overarching theme of permit but discourage, which is the overarching theme of regulating consumption. In other words, when we move from criminalization to regulation, we're permitting the use, but we're always discouraging harmful consumption, right? And part of the harmful consumption is the burden it may place on others. So we've long had evidence of the harm of secondhand smoke, and that's why we've restricted smoking in public places. We discourage, prohibit smoking in cars, etc., etc. So this, I think, is just a piece of it, right? We're saying if you want to smoke, if you are doing medical marijuana, if you're vaping, you shouldn't burden others. And these are proposals, and we'll see where they go, right?
Well,
but
yeah.
I think that's what's behind it. And globally speaking, I agree with that, right? Like, when I advocate legalization to regulation, I'm not for a moment suggesting that there aren't harms to these substances. The question is how best to address those harms, right? And we now know that criminalization of these substances is not a good way to go. It just imposes too many costs.
Click the channel subscribe button for full-length interviews and more from What She Said here on YouTube.